am.
Okay. So would you please introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Chohyeyeon 9P, and I'm here to teach the UFFK, I mean USFK about the class in Yongsan.
Oh. And when did you start playing baduk?
At my age of 7,
Oh.
yeah, I learned dansu, and I was forced to go to the Baduk Academy when I was 7. And at that moment, I learned a lot of things, such as playing the piano, playing the violin, swimming, drawing pictures, and sort of many things, including sports, learning, many things. And Baduk is one of them.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
How long have you been a professional player?
Um, has been 18 years. Because
18
I
years.
became a pro at my age of 11, right? I mean 1997. And 4 years ago, I became a 9-dan player,
Oh.
and it has been 18 years in 2014.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Can you please describe what this event is for those who may not have heard about it?
I'm sorry about this class or about Padu.
This class, yes.
This class. I started class from 2013, March, and it has been 73 weeks, right? And I have more than 50 students, 50 U.S. soldiers, and there's children, their wives, and some colonels and lieutenants, right?
Oh.
And basically, the greatest thing is the U.S. base, U.S. Army base supports us greatly.
Oh, that's really
So
cool.
we held the Independence Day celebration. We took a booth, but the booths to propagate a spread baduk, right? We tried to advertise it. That one.
Oh. I see.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's really cool.
Yeah.
What made you start teaching on the American military base?
Yeah. I have many reasons to come here. First, I want to teach baduk to foreigners, including Americans, European players, and many people, because I have a lot of friends, I mean foreign friends, right? When I went to the U.S. Gold Congress in 2008, I met more than 400 people there in Portland, Oregon.
Oh.
Yes, and I saw Takemiya Masaki sensei, and many other professionals. They tried hard to teach baduk, teach Go in America, and I heard that they also want me to come there as much as possible, and many times, right?
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, I became extremely busy in Korea because basically I need to play my own official match more than 50 times a year. Yes, and I need to study baduk hard, and also I started to write my own creative life and death problems. Right, I wrote 5 books. I mean, hands life and death problems, and I began to translate the baduk classic into English. Right, I have a lot of work, so I can't afford to go to other countries to teach baduk. But basically, I want to help my friends. So I came here just to help Americans to learn baduk. And the US base doesn't have baduk class or chess class or whatever. We only had, at that moment, 2 years ago, the US base has table tennis class and the billiard class. There was no baduk class, but they asked me to come. If you come here, they hold a baduk class.
Oh.
So I was asked, and KABA, Korean Amateur Baduk Association, will talk about it later, and they asked me to join them. And I came here, and I think, oh, it must be fun. But I wanted to go to the United States, but I can't afford to do that. But this is also the United States, right?
Yeah.
Of course, there are less people, but there are still Americans, and there are a lot of children. And I think that I find some hope that if I teach many children and many students here, they're going to be teacher when they go back to the States, right? So I think one person can teach million people. So it means if I teach one student with my best, and they're going to be the teacher, and they will teach a lot of students. So I'm proud of this class. I'm also proud of my students. Right.
Oh, I see. All right. Was it very difficult to start?
Yeah, it was not so easy actually. When I began a class, there were around 10 students, right? 10 students for the class, but later on it became 3 students come or sometimes 1. But I tried to make my own textbook for the class, and it took so much time and energy. I don't even know what to do because this is the 100% English class, right? I'm not good at speaking English, and I'm not good at teaching Baduk in English, right? I'm not quite used to it. I'm not good at it. So I tried to read a lot of books written in English, right? For a beginner. So basically, I'm a pro player, but I'm not quite familiar with teaching Baduk to the total beginner who doesn't have any kinds of background. I mean, the background knowledge, right? For example, in terms of Korean, even if he does not know anything about Baduk, they know, oh, Baduk is good, and they want to learn. But basically, Americans, I heard chess, but what is Baduk? What the hell is that? That's the way they responded. Of course, it sounds great, but why do I have to keep it? So basically, it took time to say, learning is good to your life and good to your health, good brain. It is beneficial in your life. I tried to convince them. I tried to persuade how important, how great it will be in your life. And throughout these 73 weeks, I tried to convince the US why playing Baduk, playing Go, and Weiqi is good to you, or it will be good to your family, your children, your wife, and myself, right? And I tried to communicate with them upon the Baduk board. This is the way of communicating with the world, with Eastern people and Western society when you learn Baduk, like when you learn chess. But it is also difficult that it is different to chess, right? So right now it becomes fun, but it was not easy at the time I started to teach the Baduk class in Yongsan.
Oh, I see. All right, and the last question is
Yeah.
questions for amateur players in America. What do you think is the best method for increasing your Baduk rank?
Yeah, I know. Learning Baduk is, developing your own strategy, whereas Go skill is not easy, right? But I think, in my personal opinion, I feel playing playing Baduk as much as possible, it is beneficial. And after that, you try to find a stronger player than you are. So a stronger player will point out your losing move or your strategy. So try to find the stronger player and keep his point and compare your own opinion, right? Of course, I'm not saying that his opinion is better than yours, but absolutely, this is about the process of developing your own skills, right? So sometimes strong players' opinions will be helpful, I think. But playing games is the first thing. Of course, many people say that solving as many problems as possible. That's always what we heard. Of course, it is very interesting. But when you become a strong player, this is the absolute process. Playing Baduk and solving life and death problems and follow strongest players of the world. Or playing one thing, studying the opening is also great. Studying the latest opening, latest Chinese or Korean top players openings, and try to apply to your own game, right? Opening is of course very important, and solving life and death problems is important, but most of the time you want to enjoy it, right? Enjoy your own game and try to find out your own style. Try not to imitate or try not to mimic others, right? Try to find your own style, and after that, find some strong players and learn about his own opinions. I think they are good.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for letting us know all of this.
Yeah.
And we look forward to hearing more about your class.
Yeah, thank you. Remember the class? Remember the class of Yongsan base, right? Yongsan U.S. Army base. I'll dedicate.